Looking at the present day, where do I think we are in issues facing the gas industry? Well, first and most pertinently and obviously, we have a new government. We have a new government from last Thursday. As an independent regulator, I'm clearly not going to say anything about the politics thereof. It would be entirely inappropriate. But we have a new government, and we as a regulator look forward to working with them. I'm sure you as an industry also do the same. If I may go back to regulatory speak and look at the supply sector briefly, within the next month or two, we should see the publication of the Competition and Markets Authority's provisional findings into their investigation of the energy industry. And we look forward to seeing what views they will bring and working with them in the future as well, particularly in the supply market, where I believe much of their attention would be seen as focused. We also have the smart metering program, where we will see by 2020, where certainly the intent remains, I believe, a meter, electricity and gas being put into every home in the country. So there are going to be huge changes already envisaged over that period of time. And how policy and regulation affect your industry, I think will be genuinely important for you over that period. If I may look at one theme that I think will be important, is the sense that although the gas industry has brought light, warmth and heat to people, well, warmth and heat at any rate, to so many Britons, there's still many who don't have gas. About 500,000 homes have a gas supply but no gas heating. 1.3 million homes are perceived as physically close to gas but have no connection. And over 2 million homes are fully off-grid. To my mind, in so much as I can read the political runes, and I may be entirely mistaken in this regard, I think the issue of off-gas will be an issue for any government and any set of politicians over the next 5–10 years. There's a perceived, and to my view, understandable discrepancy between those who have access to gas and those who don't. I have no idea, and I'm not going to speculate as to what policymakers might do, but I would suggest that that issue is going to be in politicians' and policymakers' minds, and indeed you may wish to contribute to that debate. Having said that, and having said there's 2 million homes off gas grid, I think the gas network is frankly a bloody good one, and a network that frankly Britain can be proud of. There are various price controls. We call them in OFGEM the Rio price controls, which may be familiar to some of you in the room, if not all, which sees gas networks charged with delivering outputs to consumers. And I really want to focus on that. We've tried to make gas networks focus directly on their consumers in an efficient manner. Every year, the gas distribution companies are investing over £2 billion pounds in the maintenance and operation of the gas network, which is, and again this is a fun fact I didn't know, 290,000 kilometres long, with 3,500 kilometres being replaced every year, which is actually the length of the UK motorway network by itself. The industry answers over 3 million gas emergency calls. 97% of the call-outs are attended within an hour. And also, I referred to off-gas, gas distribution companies in the first year of the price controls made 59,000 new gas connections, with at least a quarter of those being specifically focused on those who are fuel poor and being identified as fuel poor. This is a positive thing. What's perhaps even more positive is that customer satisfaction in gas networks seems genuinely high. It seems to be growing year on year. That's not a signal to be complacent. We want the gas networks to continue investing in customer service, but it is a positive sign, and this is a slightly cautionary note, in an industry generally where customer satisfaction is not that high. I don't want to separate people into the sheep and the goats, but within gas supply, you might say, there isn't that level of satisfaction, whereas in gas networks there is. And it would be nice in a few years' time if not that ratio had reversed clearly, but it was equal on both sides.